Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Barely Art Live. I am by myself today, but that's okay because we are making a very fun craft that I think has a lot of little pieces to it, so it might take a while. So it's probably better that just one of me. Let's see. Any announcements? I don't think we have any announcements today, so I think we can go ahead and get right to it. I will say design team is kicking off pretty well right now, and they have been chosen. Just a reminder, you guys, if you applied, please apply again next term. We had a lot of applications and not very many spots this time around, so don't feel bad, you guys. I saw a lot of great applications, a lot of great projects and crafters. It's just this time we just didn't have enough space for everyone, but we really wish we could. So next time, remember to apply again in 4 months. And that'll be a lot of fun because in 4 months, that term is going to go over all the holidays. So that's exciting. Other than that, we've got a Mother's Day craft today. Speaking of holidays, Sunday is Mother's Day. So that's what we're going to be working on. It is another cake topper, but this time we've done a little bit different than last week's Cinco de Mayo cake topper, but same base. And it is a little bit larger, and I'll show you guys kind of why in a little bit. And so we're using 65-pound cardstock. We're using like the iridescent paper, which is a little thicker, and sequins, chunky glitter, like the little foam balls again, Bailey Art glue, and cubies. We also are using a tiny banner, so get some string. I had to grab it at the last second, so don't forget that. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. So we can go ahead and get right into it. This craft is using, or this project is using Bailey Art SVGs. You can get on our website, bailey.art. That's all I think that we used here. I think everything came from the Bailey Art website. It's just not in one piece. So you have to go and get the bundles that you'd like. So I think we've got like a little bug garden bug bundle, and then we've got, I'm using a watering can and like little hat. I think there's a couple more hats, but I picked this one. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay, so we can go ahead and get started now for sure. So I also have acetate here. It's going to be a shaker. I'm going to go ahead and get into all these little pieces here. The little butterfly has some really small pieces. I'm going to move aside here. And we've got these watering cans. So we're going to go ahead and start with the, excuse me, I'm going to do the base a little bit later. We're going to go ahead and start putting some of these pieces together. I'm going to start with the watering can. Oopsie, as I get situated. I'm going to use my Bailey Art glue here in my Whimsical Wishes glue holder. And we're just going to get right into it. So we've got 3 flowers here. They're just a little different, but they each have just a few layers. So it's really relatively easy to put together. I'm just going to start on the gluing. And then, of course, you can change the colors to anything you'd like. I really went with, went with pinks and it's kind of like a spring theme, keeping it more into the floral and the bright colors and kind of pastels of spring. I'm just going to start working on these flowers. And then, of course, just a reminder, we are streaming on 3 different places. We are on our website, bailey.art, Facebook, and YouTube. We are not on Instagram right now. Again, if you guys haven't seen our emails before, first I urge you to subscribe to those because you'll get some information and a heads up on what we're doing on the lives every Friday, as well as the announcement. Like their Instagram kind of kicked off third-party streamers, so that's who we're on. We're not on there right now. Hopefully we'll get back on, but until then, this is where we're at. So if anyone's just like, I haven't seen a Bailey Art Live in a while, tell them you're probably watching in the wrong spot. All right, let's see. Start with my flower. I'm just so this watering can would be a really great project for something that's like kind of like flat on something else with a back, so you can like put cubies. Because mine's gonna be kind of floating though, I'm just gonna glue directly onto the watering can itself. Like this. And as I'm gluing the flowers onto it, I'm gonna also be putting the leaves in between, so it looks like they're poking out as I layer it up. I'm going to go ahead and group both these on here. That way they poke out later. Okay. And I have questions for you guys because you're all out there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use a cubie for this one. I still want a little bit of depth. So I'm going to get my bag of cubies. Not for sale. Cubies are for sale, but not our big Ziploc baggie of extra cubies just lying about. So I was just going to ask you guys. I'm sure a lot of you crafters out there are moms. So what has been your favorite Mother's Day gift you've gotten so far? I'm sure with the younger kids, it's always like the handmade things. I know I made my mom lots of crafts growing up. And she kept every one, as far as I know. I probably made her so many that they're just hidden in boxes at this point. But she still has a bunch around the house too. All right, so there we go, a little watering can. I really like the iridescent paper for anything like that's supposed to be metallic, like this, like a watering can would be. Or I also used it for the butterfly because I was just like, their wings kind of can be iridescent and change color in the light. So I really liked these two. I'm gonna put this aside now and work on my next piece. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the butterfly now. I'm gonna get these little pieces out the way. So this little one is really cute. It comes in like a little, like I think garden bug set. And there is a bee, a butterfly, and what else? I think there's, oh no, I forgot. There's a couple others, but I can't remember what they are. But it's like a little garden. Oh, there's a ladybug. I remember there's a ladybug on there. So check those out. They're really cute. I like them, especially for spring things. They have little faces on them. They are rather small. Like the faces, like the details are very small. So just a little FYI, if Jeremy was here, he would be using his tweezers right now. I love making Mother's Day crafts. Although my mom herself is also kind of a crafter. She says she doesn't know what she's doing and she doesn't have enough practice, but she is a crafter and I like all the things she does. She's the one who introduced me to crafting in the first place. Of course, she and I would do scrapbooking. That's how we kind of got started. We was pretty young. I just saw her like messing with all the fun tools for scrapbooking. Paper cutters and slicers and scissors with zigzags. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And so she and I would start doing together. It's been a while. What keeps us back is we're so bad at it is the printing photos part. It's not that difficult. It's just so much work to go through photos to pick the ones you want. If you agree, you can just put that in the comment because I feel like that's I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's a universal feeling because there's so many pictures, especially with phones. There's just like almost unlimited space to just take picture after picture after picture. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the eyes. The eyes are rather small. There are these little pieces here. There's just two teeny little black and little white circles. Very small, but no biggie for our precision tip. So I'm just going to put a little dot of glue where I want it instead of on the piece itself. I feel like that works better for small pieces. You just have to kind of place it where you want, and with the Barely glue, it's flexible, so you can scoot it around a little bit once you put it on. There we go. And now for the teeniest, tiniest little eyes, probably ever. There we go. One eye. One eye. My mom loves butterflies and hummingbirds. We have a butterfly feeder outside of our, a hummingbird feeder outside of our house. And we haven't seen that many this year, but they are just so cute and small. But she really likes butterflies. I think it's one of her favorite things. I think it's all the beautiful colors that they come in. Okay, so butterfly is done and watering can is done. So that's our 2 iridescent papers, which I really liked. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and work on the hat here. I really like this hat because so it comes in a set of 4. This is one of the 4. I really like this here. So this is a very delicate piece, very thin lines, which I just think is really cool that they are so small. But I also like it. Think it's a really great idea for if you made this bigger, how to decorate other things, like maybe a shadow box or a card, or even because it's like you get the detail of the roses without having to make each little rose. Like when you do rolled paper flowers, if you want a bunch of them, you have to roll each one, and this one kind of shows like three represents three flowers in one go. That's just my preference, though. And of course, I ask where everyone is crafting today. I hope you guys are in a nice, comfy spot, enjoying your Fridays, or at least almost off of work if you're at work. Oops, I dropped my flowers. If you're at work, you might just be listening casually. That's fun. If you are wondering what you're doing for Mother's Day this year, of course, we want to give a shout out to not just moms, but all the women in our lives that um, are just like a big factor in them. I know some families who don't have their mom around, but their grandmother raised them, or their older cousin was a big influence in their lives. So we want to celebrate all those people who stepped up into that position for their loved ones. So thanks, families. Okay. And poke it around. Using foil paper for this one. I really like shiny things on our projects. I think it adds dimension when you don't necessarily need to. Like this could be cubied, but it does have very delicate leaf cuts. So I would rather have it somewhere sturdy, like completely glued down. But I like shiny. The shiny adds like a lot of dimension to it. So if you're wondering how to add more dimension, I would say shiny papers, glitter paper, like the foil or glitter, and of course cubies, which I have right here. I am going to cubie this rose though. Yeah. There we go. Some of the so this year if you guys don't know or weren't here for the lives that we have mentioned before, Jeremy and Matthew, our founders of Bailey Art, went to Creativations this year, and they were talking about cubies a lot, and we learned some. I didn't really realize some of the benefits that cubies even had, or some of the barriers crafters had in like other foam adhesives, and one of them was, or a couple of them was one like easy, or it's difficult to peel the little paper on top that covers it, this little piece. It's really difficult to peel them off for some people, but for cubies, our cubies, they said that it was really easy, and they really found that a big benefit. And the other big benefit of Bailey Art cubies versus other foam dimension stickies is that on the sides, I can't get it off. On the sides, that there's not extra adhesive sticking out or any sticky here. It's just very smooth, just foam. It's just like the sticky stays on the top and bottom, and that's it. I didn't realize that was a problem until I guess it was pointed out. I saw the problem. I recognized it when I would use other ones before we actually came out with cubies, because like I put extra glitter or something on the side, or I wouldn't put enough glitter and half the glitter is gone and stuck to the sides of the project. And I was like, oh darn, I didn't plan or whatever. But really, it's just like I wasn't using the right adhesives. We just didn't have cubies yet, and now we do, and they're so much better. And people really liked that. They found that a big benefit, which, again, I hadn't recognized. I knew it was a problem because I had experienced it, but I didn't recognize that there could have been a solution. And here we are. Okay. All right, now I'm just putting the band on the hat. I really like this hat. It's very cute. I don't wear enough like fancy hats, but fancy hats are so cool. I only ever see them like worn for like what's like the Kentucky Derby and things like that. But I really really wish we had more hat stuff. I don't wear hats enough. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this down. Since I already added dimension to the flowers themselves, I'm not gonna add it again. I think it's just good with the one. Squish. Oh, it's cute. I like the hat. So I like how So the base we're using today is the cupcake topper, the same that we used for the Cinco de Mayo topper last week. And it is another big one, but I really kind of like that it's big because this hat looks even cuter, kind of bigger rather than small. I'm really enjoying that. Okay, next up we've got, let's see. I don't know if I want to work on the banner yet. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go ahead and work on the banner. So we've got this banner here. I can't remember the font. I think it was a Cricut font, I think called like cursive, or it might have something else. I can't remember what the font is, you guys, but if we find out, I'll let you know. So we just had an M, capital M here, lowercase m here with an offset. And then in the center, we're going to put one of our rolled flower templates. And it's so small. It's like, I think, 2.5 inch by 2.25 inch. Unrolled, of course. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll it. And it'll be the O for mom. My mom loves flowers. I don't know about y'all's mom. My mom does. She likes to put flowers out every year. She plants some more. We don't have this like a garden, but like, she has a lot of potted plants by the pool or like on the porch. We have one in the house right now too. It's really nice. All right. I am rolling up the flower. So one of my favorite things, or not my favorite, one of my favorite techniques about rolled flowers is I used to do them. We did them a bit when we were doing shadow boxes a while back, and I would like to make it really, really tight, and then just kind of hold it there and smush it on its sides right here, kind of to encourage to keep the shape, and then just let it go and unfurl itself. And then that was like pretty much perfect for me, and I just glue the bottom here. Put some glue there. And some people were saying, back then we had a guest crafter, Sylvie from the Paper Garden. She does a lot of rolled flower projects, and she showed us that she uses a drill for her to roll her flowers because she's making like bunches at a time, like bunches and bunches. But one thing she said that she like really liked glue, she said was good for using it on like the road, because if you're sitting at a school pickup or you're have to be parked for a long time, whatever reason, then it was really nice to have like a glue option to start gluing some of your flowers together. You just kind of hold for a bit and it's good to go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and glue the M's down to their offsets. Use a lighter pink for the offset and then a nice darker pink for the letter itself. I'm trying to decide how much I should be cubing. I haven't decided yet for sure. That's what I love about crafting. Sometimes you figure out as you go. I really like this font. Now I have to find out what that font is because I need to know. This time around, I usually kind of design the products, but this time around, Leslie, our social media assistant, has done it, and she's the one that's mostly in charge of design team. So she's doing out the design for lives right now, and she did really good. I really like it, but now I'm just kind of like, I'm not really sure where this came from, like the font. Otherwise, I would know. Although that's kind of not true. Sometimes I forget things. That's okay. All right, so we have these tiny little banners, and we have like the iridescent offset. I did use offset or the iridescent again to tie in with the butterfly and the watering can. I'm gonna go ahead and glue the letters down. Or actually no, because the flower is 3D. I'm gonna see if I can QB these. Ooh, yay. So of course, if you guys don't know, our QBs do come in it's the QB starter pack is what it's called, and it has 4 different cuts, or I'm sorry, 2 different cuts, 2 different sizes. So you get 4 sheets of foam. And it is like the short foam cubes and strips, and then tall foam cubes and strips. And they're really strong adhesives, so once you put them down and you press it down, they stick really well. They do work on glitter paper, but they are kind of, I will say glitter paper because it does shed. I mean, even like the most quality glitter paper I feel like that I've gotten still sheds, and so they might come off. So just forewarning, it will stick at first, but then eventually that glitter is going to make it loose again. So just watch out for that. All right, I'm going to glue these, or QB these on. Yay! And I'm going to glue them, or should I QB them? Ooh, QB. I'm going to QB. I always glue things down because I'm like, oh no, you don't want to go overboard with the cubies. But then Jeremy will make a project and he'll say, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and go overboard with cubies. And I like them. And I just like how it turns out. It always turns out really nice. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to do the cubing today. It's just the foam, the dimension. It's just the shadow. You wouldn't think a shadow would add so much, but it really does. And this tiny banner will go on the, will go on the cake topper. So I do have to line up the circles, so forgot about that part. But since it's so small, I don't think that should be a problem. At the very least, we will find out. Here we go. Oh, that's cute. Here's our first little banner flag. And now I'll go ahead and put the other one on. I'm going to glue the flower so it has time to dry. In the center. A little off center. There you go. I'm going to hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should hold well enough as I put it aside as I finish the other flag. So I wonder what you guys are up to for Mother's Day. I will talk to you about me. I am going to be, I think it's probably lunch. It's usually lunch. And my mom likes brunch foods. It's probably a brunch for Mother's Day. I won't tell you her gift in case she's watching, but I hope she'll like it. But I am curious about what you guys are doing for Mother's Day or for your moms or what your kids have planned for you guys. Any traditions out there? Multi-generational households. There you go. And for this one, I think I kind of want to glue the flower one down just so it's extra sturdy. But first, I've got this really small piece here. It's a very dainty. So one of the things about the tiny details is like, especially leaves, they have these tiny little stems. And so you gotta be very careful when you're cutting this one out. I had to cut it out a couple times to get it through, but it did come out eventually. And it's very, very, very small. Very, very thin, but it got cut, so if it can get cut, it can get glued. Usually I kind of like to curl leaves to give them more dimension, but because this one's so dainty, I'm going to go ahead and glue it straight on. Oops, and I dropped it. Okay, it's fine, there's still glue on it. I don't want to cover the little holes there, so I'm just going to put it to the side a little bit. It is sticking off a little. Look how cute that is, it's so small. Okay, and I'm going to cube this. I didn't really want to, but I think I'm going to. Just because I didn't want it to be unstable because of the tiny little rose on it. But we'll find out. Put it directly under the rose. One of the things that I know a lot of crafters do is they kind of offset their cubies on projects. And I like that's a good one to keep like coverage, but I like kind of putting them also on each other. Like over right next to each other on each side because I can push it down without bending the paper. To each his own. Or her own. Okay. Alright, now we have our tiny little banner. It's so cute. It says mom on it. I love it. It's so tiny. Alright, so I think we have pretty much all of our things built out. So now we'll go ahead and work on the base. So again, this base is from our website, bailey.art. It is the cupcake topper base, but you just make it bigger and it's good for a cake size. If you want to check out another one we made, it is on our website. It is on our YouTube. Last week we made the Feliz. Nope, I was going to say Feliz. That's incorrect. Cinco de Mayo. I keep wanting to say the wrong thing. Fiesta themed cake topper is what we made last week. Check that out. That's on our YouTube. I really liked that one. But I like this one too anyway. Getting off topic a little bit because I couldn't remember my words. My bad, guys. Alright, so it's got a total of this template has a total of 6 pieces on it. And we've got this like cloud piece, 3 circles getting thinner as it goes, and then 2 pieces for acetate because it is a see-through cake topper. Ooh, we have a comment on YouTube. Debbie is going to her daughter's for brunch. Oh, that's so nice. Well, I hope you and your daughter have a great brunch. Your daughter, I don't know how, sorry. Got distracted by glue. I hope you guys have a great brunch. Brunch is so much fun. I really enjoy it. It's breakfast food, but later. I think someone told me it's like the lazy man's breakfast, and I agree. Because it's me on Saturdays. I'm like, I didn't get up late. I was just waiting for brunch. I think my favorite, the other day I had brunch and it was really good. But what did I get? I think it was like a club, like a turkey club. I really liked that one with avocado in it. My sister got French toast, but hers was a little burnt. So, brunch is always good. Good plans, Debbie. And Debbie's daughter. Okay. So let's see. I am going to glue. I glued these two down, the first two circles, and I kind of think I should QB the next one because we have so much dimension with the other things. I want to keep that going. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and glue the acetate. So it'll be the cloud and then the acetate to become the back of the shaker. And then we will QB, we'll QB and acetate again to close the shaker and then decorate it with this circle. So I'm going to take off the acetate covering and clean it up. I went ahead and pre-took off some of this the cover part, but I'm going to clean it first with our little spray we have here and our microfiber cloth. So this is for to help with the static. A few crafters have told us this. I think it was Josie who first told us this from Sophie's Corner Crafts. She went on live with us last year about this time and told us, and we were like, oh, I think she had told us to get it and I forgot. And I was like, it's okay, we'll just do it without it. And the glitter immediately just you could hear it audibly with how it's static to the acetate. So I learned my lesson. All right, so I cleaned that. It still has some little fingerprints because I'm going to take off the paper here, but take off this part. That's so satisfying. And I'm going to glue it onto the cloud piece. Go ahead and make it just a nice circle here. I want to go all the way around so we don't get glitter stuck. There we go. And stick. Okay. Here we go. And next up, because it kind of gives us a nice little line, so the circle is the only part that's cut out from the decorated parts too. So this circle is whatever is not part of what's not glued here, what's outside of this clear circle is what we can put cubies on. So I'm going to get our big cubies and just make it all the way around. And it is kind of a big cake topper, so it's going to be a little bit. Let's go around. There we go. People really like our the tall strips for shakers because you can put lots of chunky things like the big sequins and what are those called, like clay sprinkles, and so it gives a lot of room and still lets them move around because sometimes you do them like if you do like the shorter ones then they get stuck, which isn't quite as fun. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna push this down a little bit. Nice. Okay, and to make sure we don't get any glitter that's escaping, I'm just gonna put some glue in the places where they overlap, just for a little extra safety there, all the way around. Nice. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and start throwing some stuff in here. So I've got sequins, I've got chunky glitter, I got these foam balls that looked really cute last time, and they did add, like, they did fill up a lot of space, which I liked. So I'm just gonna put some in here. I wish I had the cute little spoons. I have this little, the cap from the cleaner bottle. I'm gonna use this. Ta-da! I think these are so cute. They remind me of those, like, that ice cream that wasn't really ice cream. It was like the ice cream of the future, like the, what was it, Dots, I think? It was always fun. Dippin' Dots. Yeah, those are good. Oh, okay. I think that's enough of that. Put on the side here. And then I'm gonna get some shiny fun stuff. So we on the craft itself, we did use like pink, hot pink, and like the light pinks and blues. So I just kind of grabbed whatever I felt kind of matched. I haven't used hot pink very much, and I feel like that will help this one a little bit because it's like hot pink is accented here. So I think it's a good, solid move. And I do also have the chunky glitter. I really like this. Glitter's so pretty. We do have blue also accented, especially with the iridescent. So I want to add a little bit of like the teal kind of shade to tie it in together. We'll see how this looks after I'm done. And some light blue sequins as well. I feel like I should put more. Okay, and I am gonna end up, I wanted to put the light pink too, to tie it back to that more pink than anything else. Here we go. All right, and I don't have anything to like really mix it up except for this straw here that I'm gonna use later for the cake topper itself. I'm mixing it up a little bit myself. Pick. Okay. Did knock some stuff out. Whoopsie. Alrighty. I think that looks pretty good coverage there. It looks like those sprinkles you get for your ice creams. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and clean off the other acetate here. Hopefully we can take some of that, or most of that static off. Careful not to wet your papers for obvious reasons. Okay, and then we've got just take off the little papers here. Careful with this because it is sticky once you take it off, and it does kind of stick onto your hands. You don't want to spill all the fun things you put inside. Okay, I'll go ahead and put the acetate on. It doesn't necessarily need to be too centered because everything will be covered up. We're gonna make sure it's all the way around. Okay, I'm gonna use this. Just gonna push it. Ta-da! Nice. Cute. Good start. Almost there. We do have some of that chunky glitter sticking to the back, but I think that kind of helps when it's down to still have it kind of decorated at the top. All right. So again, push your cubies down so that way no glitter is trying to sneak in there because there is little bitty air pockets and the glitter will try and get in between. And that can cause some problems later. I've had projects sent to me where the glitter has pushed through air pockets of things and then it kind of covers all the sticky and you're just having glitter fall everywhere. So look out. Alrighty, and now I'm going to just kind of glue where the like around where the cubies is, like outside of it kind of, because it's going to get covered. I don't want to glue anything inside. So put a nice amount around. Then put my blue layer on. Just kind of center it. There we go. There you go. Oops. And we have our other piece here. Now to decide, we're like, glue it or cubie? So we have a lot of pieces that are going to be on here. And I think, I'm trying to decide if it's better cubied or not. I think it's going to be cubied because why not? What's the point if we can't go and do silly crafting things, right? I'm looking for my thin strips though. Here we go. In the bag of cubies. I'm just gonna go around, put cubies on it. We don't need to put it all around since it's not a shaker, but if you just want more stability, you can put more. I think I'm just gonna put 2. Okay. There we go. Ta-da! And onto the project you go. Centered, push. Okay. Oh, I think it looks cute. It looks like a big flower, which I guess is kind of the theme we're doing anyhow, right? So perfect. Oh, that's a lot of fun. I like all the colors. I'm pleased. I am pleased. All right, so we have to finish up here. We've got our banner still needs to be put on the bottom, our hat, our watering can, our butterfly, and we also have this little bee here that I'm put on acetate. So he originally had this really cute dashed line that I really wanted to add, and I was going to do vinyl because they're very, very small dashes. But even when I did vinyl, it would not stick, and to the, like when it was getting cut, it would stick to the blade instead. So I had to improvise here, and instead I'm going to use a Sharpie, and we'll see how that turns out. It might not look as fabulous as it could, but we're doing our best, and I think our moms would be okay with it. There's this song from, I think it's a country song that I grew up hearing because I am from West Texas, and we only heard country music out there. Cause I'm pretty sure that was like 5 of the 7 radio stations that were available. So anyway, but one of the songs was talking about it. It's like, I think the song is called "Who I Am" by Jessica Andrews, something like that. And but one of the lines of the song is so cute. It says my mama is always my biggest fan. I always like that because it's so true. My mom's always encouraged me throughout my life. I'm now 26 years old, and she has been always like a cheerleader, a support, a friend, especially when you're younger. And I changed schools a few times, and I was always nervous about it, but she was always there to like reassure me that you don't have to be friends with everyone, but once you find like your friends, it's gonna be okay. Okay, I used a Sharpie, and I think that worked pretty good. Look how cute. So although I couldn't get the vinyl, I think the Sharpie worked out pretty good. I want to make sure that dries. I don't want to smudge it. So I'm going to leave this aside for a second. Oh my gosh, I really like that one. And the acetate was Leslie's idea to like make him look like he's flying off. So it's really cute. Okay. Oh no, I forgot one of the things I was going to do. So my other surprise part for Mother's Day is I wanted to make, a little personalized. So we have, of course, all of our little pieces here, but I also have a picture of my mom and me. Ta-da! So I wanted to put it, okay, I didn't mess up actually because I was going to put it on the outside. Never mind, it's fine. So I was going to put it here. I was trying to find with all my siblings, but I couldn't get a picture and they didn't send me one in time. So it's okay. But this is on Nito paper, Nito label paper. I think this is a super gloss one. And I'm going to put it on here because I want to. This is me and my mom. We went to a play called Six not too long ago. It was a lot of fun. Her and I like going to plays. We like doing a few things together, like scrapbook crafting, of course, and then going to garage sales in the morning on Saturdays. She wakes me up really early, and I sometimes it's a little hard to get me up, but I'm up, and we go and check it out. Look how cute! Nice. I like it. It's fun. So add a picture. To personalize things, add pictures or your name, people's names. Like I was trying to think. I was like, oh, we can personalize it. And I was like, wait, it's mom. Or, some people are like mama or mommy, but it's just, I was like, I can't put her name because it'd be weird. I don't call my mom by her first name. So I left it with mom, but I was like, I still want to personalize this. So I put a picture in the center. Maybe that's I think it's cute. I hope she doesn't mind that I put a picture. We're both wearing little crowns because the play was about queens. So it was fun. Also, the font, by the way, is called Close to My Heart. And it's, Close to My Heart - art booking on Cricut. So it is on Cricut. Just FYI. This is a really cute font. I do like it. Let's see. Okay, so that's nice and on there. We're going to go ahead and start putting our other things, and we'll finish up here in a second. Hi, Mama. Okay. So I think I am going to QB pretty much everything except for the bee and the banner. So I'm going to find my QBs. I'm just going to do the short QBs since we've already QB'd up a lot of stuff. So I'm going to put it here. I'm pretty sure since my mom's at work right now, she's not watching. But if, Mom, you are, I hope you don't mind about the garden theme, because I know sometimes you don't think you have a green thumb, but I mean, I think she's been doing pretty good. She plants tomatoes every summer or spring, and there's some flowers that come back on their own. It's really cool. She plants a sweet potato. She loves the sweet potato plants outside because they're so bright green and cute. So I think you're a gardener, and I think you have a green thumb. And plus, we kept our succulents alive for over half a year now, so I think we're doing pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here, stick it there. Might have put a little low considering I'm gonna put the banner down here, but that's okay. And a hat. Also kind of has a hat like this, like a sun hat. But instead of flowers, I think it has like a ribbony scarf thing. It's really cute. Very light, very summery. And I'm going to put this at a little angle as if the cake topper itself was wearing the hat. Cute. And my last night butterfly for QB things. I'm going to put him up here. There we go. Right there. And now I just need to put the tiny banner on. Aw, I like it. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm going to string the banner. I have this like kind of twine that I think would be good for like the springy feel. Like this sort of like outdoorsy thing. Let's see. I know that the banner is really small, so the little banner holes are very tiny. So let's see if I can get, if I can string this through. Okay. I'm going to go front to back so that way it doesn't cover up too much of the banner as we make it our way through. Ooh, the QBs did make it a little difficult to string. Not impossible, but difficult. It's trying to peep back out. Okay, this might be a little bit more difficult than I anticipated. I wonder if I put glue on the ends, it'll keep it like nice and together. Because the problem with stringing things is that the ribbons or string frays. So I'm gonna see if this will help me. We're about to find out. Oh, that worked really well, actually. Okay, hint for the day. If you put a little glue at the end of your string, it'll help keep it together so you can string it through. Fun little tip that I learned. Discovered, I should say. Okay, back again. Wow, that made it a lot easier, actually. I'm going to use that next time we make a banner because we have trouble with that almost every single time. All right, and last but not least, alrighty, now I just need to get it a little bit more even. There we go. And there we go. Oh, okay. Ta-da! Little banner. How cute. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm going to try and put this little guy up here somehow. I didn't necessarily plan how I was going to glue this one down. So let's see if barely glue works on it. Now we're just testing. So I do want to make sure it's, what's it called? Like kind of centered. So I think it's, this is probably about these two little ones. So I'm just going to kind of pinch the paper a bit That way you can see which place I want my glue at. So here and here. All right, let's see if this works. Tiny little banner. I'm just gonna hold it here. I think it might work with this string because it's kind of got all these like, it took to the, or the glue took to the corner earlier very well. So let's find out. I'm gonna hold it for a few seconds and we'll see. And if not, maybe I could tape it. Or of course you have the hot glue option, but I'm only working with barrier glue. So let's see if I can get it to work. I think it's working, you guys. Oh yay, that's really convenient actually. Cool. I'm gonna put a little bit more on the end here and here. And hold it down. Barrier glue dries pretty fast. And so I usually just kind of count to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it should dry enough to where it'll stay down. Okay, that works. That works. All right, and time to turn it around. Oh, it's cute. It dangles. Ta-da. Mom, nice. Okay, next up, I need to put on the, to finish off the craft, I get our paper straws and glue them down so we can put this on a cake. I don't think my mom likes that much cake. She really likes fruit things, so we'll see what we can get her. I hope she, you know, I might just have to give it to her like this. But I think she'll like it. Again, she keeps all my crafts because she loves me. 1, 2, 3, about this much down. This is a rather big cake topper. I didn't really remember to resize it for what size I wanted. But we'll see how that works. Oh no, I almost forgot the bee. Whoa. It's too cute to forget. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue these down and then I'll glue the bee down as well. So I'm going to just guess that it's where I put my string is about even. So I'm going to hold this down for a second. Try and get this to stay straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one for the other side. Let's see, if this is straight here, then this is right there. Kind of helps when you have a grid under your projects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, that one wasn't long enough. Try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that'll hold for now while I get the bee situated. Almost there. So I'm going to put him, I want that heart to show up really well. So I think I'm going to put him on this layer here if I can. About right there. Yeah, okay. I'm actually going to QB him. Let's see how many QBs is this? This is a thick QB. I'm going to use one thick square QB, and the top of it should reach the top of the paper in front, this blue layer. And once I do that, I'll glue the other side of it. So I'm gonna take this little guy, put a QB on the back. Stuck. And a little glue on the front of the acetate. And just kind of sneak it in here. There we go. And then press down. And I think that will work for what I need. Okay. I think that's it, you guys. I think I did it. I think I made a Mother's Day, what's it called? A Mother's Day cake topper. I think it looks pretty good. My mom's face is going to be on the thumbnail of this YouTube, so I hope she's okay with that. Look at this banner. I like the banner. It turned out really good. We used QB's Bailey art. We used glue. We used iridescent paper, 65-pound cardstock, and acetate. And of course, whatever you want to fill up the shaker itself. This little see-through thing, but it turned out really good. I like it. The back is pretty clean. And of course, you don't have to add a picture, but I did. So I think that's all of our craft. I hope you guys enjoyed the Barely Art Live today, and I hope you're making this for your mom. Or if you're making something else, we'd love to see it, and just tag us online. We're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. So definitely show us what you guys are making, and especially if you're using Barely Art glue or Barely Art SVGs. But whatever you're doing to get creative, we're super excited to see. Happy Mother's Day to all of the wonderful women out there who have taken on that very important and very wonderful and tiresome, I'm sure, role. We appreciate you. We love you guys. And we hope you have a great Mother's Day weekend. Bye-bye.